so crazy. I feel like we like, cause this Brooklyn, we Harlem. I feel like it's Harlem against Brooklyn type shit right now. You feel me?
Nah, these my peoples. These my peoples. I mean, I know everyone here, and I haven't seen you guys in a while. So how's everyone doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's so crazy because we dead ass went to high school together. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we all went to high school together.
Well,
yeah. Not Tom.
No,
I went to college with him.
Yeah.
You feel me? We was in high school together, and it's just so crazy just seeing like everybody growth. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause in high school, niggas was passing by. Like, I didn't know that you was rapping. You was rapping from high school?
No, I started in college.
Oh, all right. So yeah, like everybody just like got on a different type of level. Like I always used to see you and stuff like that. You was modeling and taking pictures from then. So I didn't even know. Like, and when I was in high school, I was playing ball.
That's crazy.
Word. Like I remember
you playing ball.
Yeah, I remember the teacher.
Too.
I think the gym teacher, he was like the coach of the team. And he called my mom, like, yo, she have to be on the team, bro.
We talking about white hair.
Yeah. And my mom, like, yo, it's up to her.
The Mexican dude?
Nah, I think it was a Caucasian guy.
I
But he was, I forgot his name, but he was adamant about that. My mom was like, yo, it's up to her. I don't like to force her to do anything that she don't want to do. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, Mom, I don't want to play no more. Feel me?
Let me ask y'all something. Since then, since the last time I seen you guys, right? What have y'all sacrificed to get where y'all at right now?
Oh, that's a great.
Because I have a whole journey. But let's start off with you two. It's your show, so.
Damn, sacrifice. I would say like I sacrifice a lot, even time, money, things like that. Like I ain't gonna front. It's certain shit like I'll see things, I'll be wanting to buy shit. But my mind is so like programmed to this point where like, you know, business and future shit, you know what I mean? Just like building. So like right now, like I got an Airbnb and ATL and stuff like that, and I my money is legit going there all the time, and I'll have the money to do something that I legit want to do.
But
it's
you're
like,
focused on.
I'm focused on that, you know what I mean? Like, and I see shit like, and even like, you know what I mean? We get caught up in Instagram and social media. You see shit, niggas be fly, bro. And like, you know what I mean? And that was my thing. That's how I was brought up on fashion. My mom's is fly, my pops is fly. Like, you know what I mean? My uncle.
We from Harlem.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
That's the thing.
Don't disrespect the Brooklyn and all, but we know we from Harlem.
Don't play.
That's what we came up on, but that's our culture.
That's a fact. That's really a culture.
So, the thing with me, I'm answering my own question. I sacrificed a lot of, I want to say time, this with anyone. I lost multiple loved ones.
Yeah.
And knowing that, I just got on my grind. I just had a son.
Okay.
So that right there kept me in the house and realized what wasn't for me. Acting in the moment. And, you know, it just leveled me out. It made me realize that certain things are more important than others. So I sacrificed time. I sacrificed, like you said, niggas from Harlem, niggas gotta get fly.
That's a fact.
I did not sacrifice that. I'm gonna be honest. Nah, I gotta look like that nigga in the room. Swag is all I got. I'm from Harlem. Forever. And yeah, for the most part, that's just you know, for the most, that's just it. Like, just those things, like the things that's not important. As far as, you know, just hanging out, drinking, smoking, and all that. I sacrificed the things that I know that was detrimental to my everyday lifestyle and my health. I'm not saying I'm a fucking saint, but, you know, I sacrificed the things that didn't matter. My son put a lot of things in perspective for me, so.
Facts.
Yeah. How about you, Talia?
I mean, listen, I've been sacrificing a lot for a while now. And that's been the name of the game. So for me personally, ever since I left Norman Thomas, the high school that we went to,
Shout out Norman Thomas, JP and all that.
all
That
that.
nigga still gotta feel my feelings, but it's cool. You still my man.
I'm going to snatch your shit when I
Definitely
see you,
taking
man.
niggas' hats, bro. He was coming through like
But
Paw
literally,
Patrol.
like, so for me, like, I always been into fashion. I've always been into, like, getting fly. I'm from Brooklyn, so, you know, myself.
Nah, you was fly high school.
I've always been fly. But that's just, I mean, all of us been fly, you feel me? Like, but literally, when I got to college, like, you know, shit got a little bit harder. Like, me, I was always focused on the bag, you know? And I was always a smart person, so I was like, yo, how am I gonna figure out how to get a bag? How am I gonna figure out how to make some money, be fly, and also be able to be flexible in terms of, like, where I wanna go, how I wanna live my life. So throughout that time, like, I studied to become a nurse and sacrificed niggas, I sacrificed the bitches, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. I let, like, even my high school sweetheart go, we know this nigga, I let that nigga, he was in the trash, and I had to get my bag, and I got my bag, fucking came back,
Hold on,
fucking.
You said you sacrificed to be a nurse, right?
Yeah, I sacrifice all that. I'm a nurse practitioner. Yeah, so I get shmoney, bro. Like I'm a whole fucking nurse practitioner. I'm a psychiatrist.
Did it.
And I see a lot of patients every day. You know what I mean? And my day job is lit. However, the pandemic happened. Shorty got burnt out because I was working like super fucking hard, and I was like, yo, let me just get back to like, the shit that made me happy. I wanted to shoot, I wanted to fucking be around my friends, I wanted to like talk to my peoples, because like I wasn't able to do that. Like I missed birthdays, like I missed funerals, I missed baby showers, I missed so much shit, you know what I mean? And I would have to sit there in like upstate New York and Syracuse and study fucking pharmacology while my fucking friends is in fucking Paris in Madonna's crib. Like shit was, my nigga, I was tight. Having arguments with the nigga who I was talking to, because he was like, oh yeah, you wanna, and I'm like, nigga, so what? Like, my friends is lit, like, you know?
Be emotionally draining.
It was wild draining, but I sacrificed so much, but I'm happy where I'm at now, and I had to do it. So I always like tell people that, if you want to get to that next level, you have to sacrifice something. You have to, and if you don't, then you want to stay stuck. So
honest,
that's you.
Before we get to time, I'm sorry, but meeting her was like the biggest part of me. Like I grew so much just from being introduced to her, because she was always a free-flowing person. She always was about her business. She was straightforward. I was like, yo, how is she like this? And just meeting her just elevated me. I'm be honest. That's why I call her my sister. Yep. And all that. That was a little heartfelt moment. Yeah. I'm sorry. And Ty.
Yeah. I want to say, man, my biggest sacrifices thus far, I would say, probably have been just who I was, right? Just who I was, like really trying to make that transition into like, who I want to be. I think like my sacrifice is definitely embodied what you guys touched on, but more so it's definitely just the transition of effectively being just who I want to be, right? Just qualities and characteristics that I just knew wasn't, for me, right? It wasn't conducive to like just, stepping into like just the grand scheme of like the goal. Right, so I mean, that's just really been a biggest sacrifice throughout years, constant work, being better business, being better, friend, being better, partner, being better, just son. I just think like, man, that's just a work in progress. Even today, I'm still sacrificing, but I think,
what are you sacrificing specifically? Because sometimes people have to know.
But like, just like
who you,
when I say who you are, I mean like just the comfortability of just like being who you are, right? Because at the end of the day, you can be who you are, and you cannot be touching the goals, right? So there's things you got to change up about who you are, your mindset, the way you attack things, right? Your perspective. So just like when I think about sacrifice, I think about just going from being comfortable with who I was to being uncomfortable, right? I just feel like that's like the biggest sacrifice I personally made just to get to like where I'm at today,
So would you say like being comfortable keep you content? Do you put yourself in uncomfortable situations in order to like get things done? Because I know I have to.
Yeah. That's definitely a part of just, transition effectively into like something else. You definitely got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because through that like uncomfortability and through that friction, that's like growth is a consequence of that.
No, that's a fact. And I ain't gonna lie, like I can really pick it back off of that shit. Like just even like, being around all of y'all for like the course of years. Like even if we haven't seen each other, like, we skip a year, 2 years, 3 years. But I've seen like, especially you, cause like I said, like we went to high school, we went to college. He was like the last step for me. So I've seen his journey like to where it's like, he was playing ball. Yeah. Feel me? He was great. But it's like, yo, bro, I don't want to go to class. But it's like, nigga, you got to go to class in order to play ball because they're going to clip you. You feel me? Yeah. And then it's like,
his heart wasn't in it.
I was shooting, and he like, yo, what the fuck is that camera shit about? I thought, I like that. You know what I mean? It really started like that, and it got to a point where, bro, he grew like past me. Because I'm calling him with shit. Like,
it's crazy. I don't mean to cut you off, too, but I met him on set.
I know.
Like, the first time I met him, he was like, I had a video, well, it was my friend video shoot, but I was on the feature track. And he was just shooting the video. And then from there, we just connected from there. Like, I fuck with you, bro. Like, keep doing what you doing. And we exchanged contacts, and that was that. And that's crazy. You did tell me off camera, she was the reason why you picked up a camera.
People don't know, crazy. But like, Tutu is the reason why I, like, literally picked up the camera. Outside of, my boy being a rapper, I got the idea of me even being able to help him out, you know, video-wise was because of Tutu. Literally seeing her on campus. You know, I think you shot a music video, right?
Yeah.
You shot a music video.
I was shooting music videos.
Yeah,
I'm just shooting shit, bro. Like trying to figure it out. Everybody like, yo, I rap, yo, tell two. Feel me? And word.
On campus?
Hell yeah.
What school y'all went to?
We went to Westbury, and we went to Sullivan together too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, Westbury had the bitches. It was like a 70% to like 30.
Nah,
it was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. When we went to, when we first was in Sullivan together.
Okay.
It was a community college. We graduated from there, and we went to Old West.
No, say that shit proudly. I was in community college too. Don't
Yeah,
worry
no,
about
I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Pretty much.
When we got to Old West, I'm talking about fraternities, sororities. It was lit to the point where we like, yo, they too loud in the yards, bro. They wildin'. But it was the feeling was dope, like to the point where, especially here, this nigga like, I ain't going to class today. Y'all niggas bugging. Y'all going to class.
Either.
I was a jock though. Like I was strictly sports. Like I come from playing football a lot too. Those schools they have a football team, but I've been football, basketball my whole life. And then literally my last year at college was when I seen Tube just have the camera, and I'm just like, okay, that look cool.
I look cool.
You know, just me helping my boy out was just seeing her, you know, just being able to do that is really what gave me the idea that I could offer this to him. And then I went to Tu and pretty much had a conversation with Tu about it. And then from there, I kind of just invested in the camera and...
Facts. And
when
I say, bro, this nigga shot past me, bro. I call him like, yo, like even for the whole shoot, I'm like, yo, what should I do, bro? Like you know what I mean? How do I even scout? Like, you get what I'm saying? Because this is my first production. I'm like, yo, he like, nah, bro.
You done a good job.
Yeah, like, thank God, though. Like, you know what I'm
doing
saying?
a good job.
So
I'm not trying to take over anything. This is your show too. I have one more question because you know I'm curious. So let's talk about inspiration. How do you stay inspired? Like, cause that's a super hard thing.
You want to know something? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start first. Music videos, cause that's what it stemmed from. Like that was my goal. Like that's all I knew first. Like I said, film was my B plan. Yeah. So I'm like, music videos is my shit, cause that's what niggas grew up on. Like you feel me? So I'll see some shit like Meek Mill and the guy that he used, like from the hood, he used like, what is it, cardiac vision, something, the guy that he used. Yeah. And just like vlogs, I love them shits. Like, you get what I'm saying? Them shits keep me inspired. I like that. I like when J. Cole put out something like, J. Cole will walk through here, the camera is set right here on the wall over there, and he just walking through and and it's just raw. I love raw shit. I don't want it to be planned. I don't want it to be like scripted. Just catch me. Like,
so is that the thing? Like you could be chilling, you know, this is regular. You see that on TV, it's like, I gotta get up and do something. Like,
yeah, that's my shit. And or I'll just start writing down, or I'll talk to somebody like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I should be. Like, even with this show, it took for, I already, and Ty, no, we spoke about this shit 2020. I was gonna call it 2020 Vision. Because that was the goal for that year. Like, you know what I mean? And we met up, and he's like, I bet we could do it. But the time didn't permit it. Like, it was just shit going on.
It was a lot of unfortunate situations.
No lie, it was recent. I think probably like, whenever I had met with my shooters, I think probably like a month ago, my girl spoke to me one day. She called me. I was on my way to Deasia house. And she was like, yo, like, what you doing? She's a nurse. She's at school for nursing. She go to work. She's a nurse. Like, you know what I mean? So she like, yo, like, what you doing, what we're doing? Because we building something, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? And you sit there and you talk about your ideas, and you're creative. Like, I know. I don't know if nobody else know, but I know. Like, I live with you. Like, so I see it. When are you going to put your foot to the pedal, bro? And to the point where, like, I'm crying because I know she ain't bugging, bro. Because I know what I should be doing. Like, we be knowing what we be, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, you right. I don't got no answer for her. So she like, I really think that you should get a vision board. And I keep telling you that, and you not getting a vision board. Write something down, get a notebook. So I'm like, I never believed in that shit. Yeah. I go upstairs, I was legit parked in front of D house. I go upstairs to DH's house and I'm telling her, now I'm crying with her. And D like, too, write it down. So I'm like, damn, she just told me to write it down. And one of my mans, my son Weezy, I call that nigga like my life coach. He just be having shit figured out for me. He told me 10 months ago, bro, get a vision board in your house, write it down.
I'm gonna stop at 357 Weezy?
Yes.
That's my guy, yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to 357 Weezy.
Yes,
that's
bro.
my guy.
He knew, he said, yo, write it down. I'm like, Weezy, I'm not writing shit down, bro, it's in my head. He like, all right, you gotta see it though. And from that day forward, Nigga, I had the vision. I met with them about a week later. Like, I wrote it down. I had my people that I wanted. I started ordering shit. Like, I'm like, yo, set the budget. Even call him like, yo, bro, I want to set the budget, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What should I do? What should I get to eat? Because I don't know what the fuck. Like, you get what I'm saying? It was like that. Feel me? So I appreciated that shit. That shit what gave me the push.
Nah, that's real. I'm going to be honest. That's all the way real. Talia, what inspired you?
What inspires me?
I probably could answer that. Everything.
I mean, don't say everything.
I'm sorry, my fault.
No, I mean, it's a great question. So what?
I say that because you're like so self-motivated.
Nah, I'm not self-motivated. I can't do it for myself. It's never just for me. And personally, like lately, what motivates me is the fact that like I have a beautiful fucking family. Like the women in my family, they fucking great.
That's
They're
dope.
hardworking, very like nice, kind people who like are fucking ride or dies.
That's dope.
However, you know, throughout like my journey, I feel like there's times that I had to find other things to motivate me because family is not sometimes enough, at least for me.
Yeah.
So when I need to find motivation, like one of the first things that I do is like watch Dave Chappelle. Cause he's fucking like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like that's like one of my heroes. That nigga's gangster as fuck. He says what he wants and he ain't fucking afraid of the repercussions. He's gonna turn down money, he's gonna do whatever because he believes in himself. So like whenever I feel down and low, like I watch Dave Chappelle or I watch Jay-Z or I watch like James Baldwin, I'll go back into the archives, I'll watch fucking Malcolm X. That's why I was talking to you about your beard. You feel me, Red?
Hold on,
Yeah.
so wait, I want to touch, because Tu mentioned something that made me want to ask this.
Okay.
So it's not really what's the motivation, it's how you get to, like, yeah, how you want to be motivated. Like, so you ever just been down and you're like, you know what, shit not working for me.
All the time.
How do you get there, like, to want to turn on Dave Chappelle? What is it?
So you.
She said her girl, I'm sorry, I mean, but her girl gave you that push,
Yeah,
right?
she gave me that push. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, sometimes you will have a person in your life that will give you that push, but I've never been that person that have a significant other to push me. I've always been the person that pushed a significant other, if that makes sense.
So that made perfect sense.
Because I don't know why. I feel like I'm just one of those type of people.
You that person.
Yeah, I've always been that person. So therefore, when it comes down to me looking for someone else, I have to look for the greats. I always seek wisdom in terms of the people who are actually there already. I don't go to my peers. I don't go to niggas who are trying to figure it out. I go to the niggas who already figured it out. So I'm one of those people. I don't fucking wait around and I'm not talking to somebody who don't know they shit. If you don't know nothing, I'm not with you. We're not even having a meeting. You feel me? So that's been my shit.
That make perfect sense.
I'm not having the blind lead the blind over here. So if the nigga knows the way, you know the path, I'm with that nigga. Period.
Say that.
That's it.
How about you, Ty?
Man, inspiration. I think for me, definitely staying close to the fire, like staying to like close to like just what I'm into, right? So I'm into film production. So just watching movies, watching anything cinematically, I think works for me. Gets me motivated, gets me boosted. Days when that doesn't work, I kind of just know better, you know, like, cause sometimes you ain't gonna have that motivation, inspiration to like push you, but then it's like, you know better, right? You know what I mean? When it comes to like what you really what you want, what you're trying to achieve, you just know you got to get it done, right? If it ain't up to you, then who's it up to, right? So it's just like, cause inspiration ain't gonna be there. It's fickle, like it's like come and go. Days where you just wake up, you're not motivated. It's like, gotta get it done though. Gotta get it done. So I try not to, you know, have too much like outside sources like fueling me, because I just know there's gonna be days where it doesn't work. But you know, definitely staying close to the fire, staying in the mix of what I'm into, being a student of the game, kind of watching documentaries, watching film, watching branding, marketing, commercial shooting, things that I'm into, just to keep it going, just keep the mental going, just keep everything sharp and, you know, kind of lead me.
And I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to get in tune with like taking risks. You know what I mean? Cause I'm like,
You a careful person?
I'm safe.
Okay.
If you around me, you know, ain't nothing happening. I'm with Tutu, bro. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I'm not going, bro, I ain't running out. And I know it's 18 cars coming. Like, you know what I mean? I'm chilling. You get what I'm saying? But that shit don't get me far. It get me right where I want to be, but when I get there, I'm like, I want to be a little further. Like, you know, keep me content. Content is not good, though. Because content, like I said, like I've been working at my job now for 10 years. That's not my field. Yeah. But it paid the bills. It paid for all the things that I want to do because I make it pay for that. Okay. But waking up every day and going there, nigga, I'm depressed going there. Not depressed, but I'm stressed, like, waking up at 5 a.m. going there, I'm like, bro, I don't want to go there, you know what I mean? But I'm not taking risks because everybody at my job, they betting on me, like, as far as my coworkers, not higher up. My coworkers like, yo, quit this shit, bro. This ain't for you. Just quit and bet.
They see it.
My girl like, yo, quit and bet. My brother like, quit and bet. My mom's like, nigga, quit. And I'm like, bro, but if I quit, who the fuck gonna pay my rent if this shit don't work?
I'm saying, but
coming the first of the month,
is
you
that
feel
dealing
me?
with your, like, your
comfort,
aura, your morale, like, all that?
What as far as the job?
You argue or
no. See, that's the thing. I don't take it home. So by the time I come home, I'm happy to be here. It's like, all right, thank God. You get what I'm saying? I'm happy. And then I look at it as like, I don't want God to ever feel like I'm not grateful for just a check. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, like things that it taught me, because I work with kids and, you know what I mean? They go through things that I couldn't fathom. Bro, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they'll come with a story, or like even them being 15, 14, like, yeah, nah, I did this because I had to take care of my moms, bro. I wasn't taking care of my moms at no 15, 14. Right now, today, my moms could call me and be like, yo, Tutu, I need something. All right, cool. But at 15, 14, I'm like, ma, all right, where am I get it from? Like, you feel me? So it's
taking care of us.
Right. So, like, that pushed me in that sense, but I really want to get to a point where, like, I'm risky, like, but not in a sense where it's like, bro, you wildin'. But like to a point where it's like, bro, I gotta bet on me, and that's where I'm at now. Like, I noticed that since I've been betting on myself, nigga, I'm in so much debt.
But like, that's okay.
It don't matter.
You feel me?
That's
I'm in so much debt. My little brother called me last night. Like, yo, check the mail. I sent something to your house. I'm like, bro, I dread walking to the mailbox, bro, because it's so much shit in there that it's like it's just telling me like, yo, pay this, do this, do this, do this. It's like, yo, my nigga, I'm worried about Tutu. I'm trying to worry about Tutu. When I was worrying about y'all niggas wasn't even mailing me. You feel me? Like, so I'm trying to bet on me, and it's like, yo, it's risk. That shit is legit risky.
Let me tell you something. Debt is not real when you following your dreams,
yo. Yeah.
Just keep going, yo. All that shit, it'll catch up whenever you comfortable and you where you need to be at.
Yeah, it's really an investment. It's really just an investment.
Yeah, man.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, if you want to talk about debt, bro, I'm like probably like $300,000 in debt. But I don't look at it as a fucking, like, as I'm in debt. It's a money game. And that's, no shade, when we talk about sacrifice and all that shit and getting this money, it's a money game. A lot of people, they be afraid to go into debt, take out a loan, do this shit.
Word.
Literally, but if your mind is on, I'm going to get money regardless, that $300K doesn't mean shit if you know you're going to be a millionaire.
Especially.
You feel me? So it's kind of like,
that's really a fact.
You have to go out there and take those risks.
And the crazy part is
scary
when I first went to college, and my mom was like, a loan, because she didn't know.
Nah, facts. I'm
like,
same.
Ma, I'm not worried about that. I wasn't worried.
Nah, facts.
But I ain't have shit, but I wasn't worried. But now that I got shit, I be worried, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to live like that.
Nah, don't worry. Don't ever. You just have
think
to
about it.
set
Them bills, you can't take those bills when you die.
That-
I mean, your loved ones can, but you.
And that's the thing. I don't be one.
Nobody gonna pay that shit.
Nah, OD. I mean, nah.
I hope they don't pay that shit.
No. Well, me personally, I just hope that I will have someone who will take over my shit and keep it going. Because I want niggas to pay the bills. Paying the bills is not a bad thing. You have to be able to be responsible, my nigga.
That's a fact.
Because if you're not able to be responsible, then what the fuck? Like, I don't want to be around you. Niggas is big people. We grown.
That's fact.
You
That's
feel me? So yes, like, it is scary to take risks, but we have to. Because if not, like, us as people, we're not going to progress. Because look at us, niggas trying to be safe all the time. They want to be on fucking Section 8. They want to be on welfare. That shit is wild safe. And what happens? It keeps you in the hood.
Shout out to my niggas on Section 8.
Facts. But what happens? Because niggas on Section 8 be figuring out shit. But those are the risky niggas.
No,
those
that's
are the smartest people in the world. They
be knowing what's going on. Like, a nigga tell you right now, bro, quit your job. They gonna send you checks. I'm like, bro, I don't even know where to start
me to quit my
with
job,
that.
but I have not.
Like, you feel me?
Let me tell y'all a story.
I will. I will.
I feel you. I was CVS. I'll never forget 14th Street. I'm at the bus stop. So I'm thirsty. I go inside the CVS, and I see a guy come out of Bentley.
Fuck.
Swear to God, he had the self-checkout. He's right before me. He takes out a benefit card and pays for his stuff. And I'm looking, he winked at me and left. White guy. I said, I'm never playing the game right again. You mean to tell me that shit blew my mind.
Bro.
That shit was crazy to me.
One of my homegirls just told me, and she's a nurse, she's well off, she's good. She like, yo, you know when you order shit, cause I'm like, she called me, what you doing? I'm like, I'm ordering some shit from Amazon right now. She like, you know you could pay for that shit with a benefits card. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you can't. You ain't gonna get the sauce out on camera, but
yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I didn't even know that. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You was ordering food on Amazon Fresh?
No, I was just ordering cups.
You can't pay for cups with.
Bro, I don't know.
But camera.
Yeah. So it's just things like that. But I want to ask y'all, is this something that you value before that you don't value no more?
Relationships, honestly.
Like, period.
Yeah,
Relationships all around? Or like just what you want to...
No, I mean like relationships. Not all relationships, but great ones. Me and one of the directors, I guess, of what's going on right now, we was talking about that. Like, you outgrow people.
Yeah.
Like, you can be, you can be in high school with people, you can be in college with people, but a lot of people peak at those moments. So a lot of things are funny to them then, are funny to them now. Then when you get a little older and you realize like, yo, shit's not a game no more. Like, you still where you at. I understand shit might be funny to you, but shit is real over here with me. Like, you get what I mean? So, yeah, it's just, honestly, relationships.
How you feel, Ty?
I would say relationships too. Like, when I think about it, it's definitely not saying that I value it less, I just value it different. Like, just like the people I deal with, the people I engage with, your friends, people you grow up with, it's just really on some, put them in a different category, because proximity is everything. Like, growth, like an individual's growth is like, you can look at proximity, look at who you're around on a day-to-day basis. We all from the hood, we all out Brooklyn. It's just like, what you're around every day can limit you, And not saying it's wrong for the people that's around, you just naturally around these people. I grew up with these people, so as far as like just valuing them, I don't value them like any less, I just value them different. Like
I can ask you something, my fault. I don't mean
No,
you got little brothers or cousins you mentioned?
No.
I feel like you make a great life coach. This nigga vernacular is incredible, yo. Like the shit he's saying on camera is crazy. I'm sorry.
This is how I feel though.
Like,
these things that I work on, I study, and I just feel like it's the best way to get me to where I want to go, right? Because it's all qualities, all decision making. It's all literally we all just a makeup of like what we decide to do, how we respond to something. Our friends, our engagement, the conversations we having on a day-to-day basis, like, it influence everything. Everything affects everything. So it's just like, you gotta watch that, you feel me? So for me, when it comes to relationships, I definitely value them different. Just because most relationships is not the best for, everybody. So,
I remember when, I think I was asking my friend, Trey Pizzy, shout out to Trey Pizzy, by the way. He said something that was like, he said something that was like, crazy to me. I'm asking him, did he hear an album, right? He said, nah, I'm kind of trying to wait for it to die down so I can listen to it. I said, what you mean die down? He said, nah, because everybody giving their opinions, and people's opinions could affect yours. So just like, I'm trying to wait, not, read everybody's shit what's going on, you read the reviews. I'm listening to it on my own time. And I kept that with me. Like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, someone could be talking about this person or that person, and you just like, no, I don't like that person. It's like, energy is real. Like, that's why I was saying, like, relationships, you just gotta realize and really, like, who you're around.
Nah, that's a fact. I'm gonna tap into that. I want her to just answer, and I'm gonna tap back into that. That's a fact.
I forgot the question.
The question is it something that you value before that you don't value now?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't think it ever changed. For me personally, the thing that I value the most is freedom. And the reason why is because I am a very cerebral person, and I find that like there's a lot of things that will take up my time, that will take away from my freedom, that will disrupt my thinking process, if that makes sense. So for example, like right now, like I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm like moving from like the corporate hospital like world to like actually becoming like my own, like private practice. So moving from that, it's hard because it's kind of like all my time is dedicated to somebody else's organization or hospital. And it's like 40 hours a week, there when it could be for myself, and I could be making way much more money doing what I need to do for myself, but I just need to be able to be able to understand the ins and outs of the business, to be able to understand the knowledge. Yeah, like, you know. So in terms of freedom, being able to have the time to actually sit down and understand the process, you know, of things is very important to me, because I feel like nowadays in this society, they have people like working these fucking jobs, busting their ass just to fucking pay rent, and literally it robs you from your creativity. Like, I'm a very creative person, and I realized that my creativity was robbed once. I was like, my nigga, all I do is work. Like, I'm like, and it started to drain me, you know, like, and I wasn't able to fucking like write the way I want to, or shoot, or like even like go to the store and pick out clothes, because I was so on somebody else's time. So freedom is fucking number one for me. And I feel like being able to be financially freedom, like being able to have financial freedom and being able to like have generational wealth is like my main priority. So that is something that has always been there. So.
No, that's a fact. And it's so crazy because I could really touch on all of y'all shit, but I want to go back to what you said, like with Trey Pizzy, when he was like, he waits till it die down. I'm like that with like restaurants, fashion, like, and that's why I like to wear my old shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to just jump on a bandwagon. Like, and I feel like a lot of times it stagnate me in a bit, because I won't experience a lot of shit. Like, as far as like restaurants, like my girl would be like, yo, you didn't eat here? I'm like, no, because everybody was liking that shit and I wanted to go later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a fan of that. Like, or somebody will be wearing something that's like frequent. It's like, I like it, but I'm gonna wait till it's old. Now it's old, it's played out, cool, I got it on. You know what I mean? I want to have my own opinion. I want to be like, you know what I mean? Just like,
you wanna have
like
your
fresh
own
with shit. But
it.
like that freedom shit is real, because I be at work and I have so much downtime. I could shoot a whole full-blown paragraph of text messages while I'm at work, and I don't like that. Like, I want, like now, nobody could get through to my phone right now. I'm busy. But when I'm at work and I'm getting paid for it, I'm not busy. I don't like that. Like, you know what I mean? So that shit is,
because it's not you. It's not your mission.
Right.
You feel me? It's someone else's
I'm there,
mission.
and it's like we just sitting there, and everybody's saying this because everybody got something secondary that they do that means something to them. But it's like that shit is paying for this and that. You know what I mean? So we all there, and we just sitting there like, yo, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody likes it. Like, everybody is just like, yo, bro, we could be doing something else, bro, with our time. It's just taking up too much time. It's like we're idle for too long, you know what I mean? And I don't like it. Like, I'm able to, like, thankfully I'm able to set things out as far as like ideas that I want for something else, but I feel like with the idle time, I want to step out too. Like, I'll be back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just pay me, I'll be back.
I'm gonna be honest though, like from birth, I remember as a kid, I just felt like I just wasn't like everyone has this mission. You feel it. Like this is not nothing that just comes sporadic. Like, you know, from a young age, like I'm supposed to be doing this, or I'm supposed to not fit in with, or you feel me? You have a mission. Like everything happens for a reason,
That's right.
and you're you for a reason. And what you say, you're saying something about like being yourself, right?
Yeah, like everything is definitely a feeling thing for me. Like, you know, I feel like everybody operates like that. It's just, you know, people don't move on it, right? So even like my work, like when it's documented, that's really just a feeling thing for me, right? Like what I document, right? My take on it, my touch on it, my feel on it. And I feel like when people struggle with just being fully themselves, it's just, you're not just expressing yourself. You're not really being who you are, right? And, you know, I think that's like the main battle, right? But one thing with jobs, because I have mad jobs, but like working just let me know like what I don't be wanting to do. Okay. Right? I think that's like the thing, because there's nothing wrong with a job. Like, you get a job, but then you can move on. Like, other people can fill the spot. So for me, definitely working should just be like, if you don't want to be there, then
You don't gotta be there.
working is doing the job for you to let you know you don't want to be there, and it's to get you to like another space where like you pretty much want to be. Right? It's the not getting to the other space where people have a problem with, because now you actually working a job you don't want to be at for years. You done told yourself you already determined what was good for you. You determined that I need to go this route, but yet you spend the next 3 years still there. You know, so that's really the battle that I just feel like everybody face. You know, it's easier said than done, but the goal is to follow, obviously, just who you are, who you feel like it, you know, and kind of just move on that. Really.
I'm sorry, my fault. My thing is not give a fuck aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you there, that's when I feel you're gonna flourish the most. When you don't care what no one's thinking, or you don't care to have the newest things, or you don't care. That goes back to what you were saying. Like, you see people wearing this, that, and the third. It's like, Instagram. You're gonna see the flyest niggas in the world, but
you are.
You are, but you gotta have some type of self-control to be like, nah, man, like,
not
right now. Eventually, I'll get there.
Yeah, because it's gonna be there. It's always flashing.
Man, to Jack. It's funny. It's just funny that we're talking about this because I remember so we all went to high school together, right? Mm-hmm. So fucking I'm one of those people that I literally saw shit hot before it even became hot. Like for example, I used to work at American Apparel. I used to wear all the tights and shit. Next thing you know, niggas was wearing tights and shit. I was always the person who saw the trends before it happened. Mm-hmm. So whenever shit got popping, I was already bored. I was like, my nigga, I already did this. My friends would tell you.
That was you being yourself, though.
Yeah, that was me being myself, but that's something that inspired me because I realized that shit early. I was like, my nigga, why is it that I'm doing this shit? Now everybody's doing that shit. And then when you was doing that, niggas are looking at you like you weird. No, they won't look at me like I was weird. They would look at me like, Talia, you've been doing that shit. He will tell me all the time, like, Talia, you was the first person who I saw the fucking.
No, because I said that because I remember when I was in college, and I don't know if you remember, bro. I remember my son Wes. Wes had on the first Yeezys that came out, right? Jay West. He had on the first Yeezys that came out, right? He had on a Hensley from there, right, and some jeans. And he was hosting a show, and niggas was laughing. And I'm like, yo, bro, this nigga is flyer than all of us, bro. Facts. Niggas didn't get it, but it was niggas in the crowd that was not even. But
they'll clown on you.
It got so bad, bro. He was wearing shit that it was like, I would get it. Everybody in our clique would get it. And he like, yo, you know what, too? You buy it. You put it on and see what they do. And then niggas wanted to wear it. I'm like, yo, niggas is tricky. He was wearing Palladium boots. Feel me? Palladium boots. Feel me? With the HMV, what's that? Jacket on, Varsity. And chilling. He doing his own thing. Jeans ripped up and everybody like, yo, Wes is wildin'. No, Wes not wildin'. He expressing himself, nigga. Then I put it on. I'm super clean. I don't got no paint on my shit. Don't dirty my shit. I'm chilling.
But you're a girl.
Yeah. And I was like, nah, I want to get that. And we like, bro, Wes been doing this shit. Y'all crazy.
Well, let me tell you a story about that, right? So, growing up, you know who's what's right. You know HMV, you know Harlem. I don't know if y'all know, but was the shit growing up. So it's cool. We were talking about perception and shit, not to follow trends, but it's cool to have an influence. At the end of the day, you gotta be. You have to be influenced by something. Oh, we from Harlem, we know. So boom. So West Ferg and them, that don't even count because I remember I had a Pele on. I had I think Laguna jeans or some shit. It's when I changed my style. I go into some dude named Howie House. I never forget. I don't know what Howie lived. I don't forgot. Wes, he'll probably clarify it. But I seen Ferg. I always heard about Ferg, but you know, whatever. He had on like a Carhartt, he had on the 40 below boots. This was back in like 07, 06. He just chilling on the couch like this. I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, this nigga's mad fly. And he don't even look like me. Like everybody I know wearing Pele's, this, that, and the third. I went home. I swear to God, I threw away all my shit and start stalking. This is my first time saying this on camera. I start stalking niggas' pages like West, fucking, Jay West, ASAP Ferg. I used to harass Ferg. Remember the Devoni belt?
Yes, the Devoni. I still got it in my crib.
Bro, let me tell you.
Hold on. I got the belt in my crib.
I used to harass. I never bought one. I used to harass him so much he just stopped responding to me. Like, I'm like, I'm coming from school to get a belt.
I got the first belt, bro, that Ferg had made. I'm like, nigga, I need the belt. The belt ain't even barely fit. I said, bro, I need more holes. About 10 holes in the belt. I don't give a fuck. The belt was so good, quality-wise. Even the leather, it was good. I still got that shit. That shit is in my mom's crib. Bro, I'm not getting rid of it.
I still owe Jay West money for a painting. I ordered like 10 years ago. Word, it's just.
Nah, that's a fact. That's how
my fault, bro. I had to touch on that. That was my Jay West and HMV story.
Nah, that's fact. So I just want to just ask y'all this last question. What make y'all so unique? What makes you unique? Like for yourself, what makes you unique?
Just being me, man. Like having fun, knowing what I like. That's the thing that's always gonna make me. Like when Max said it real, when niggas going that way, it's not that I'm trying to go that way, but I'm already there. I'm just like, yo, like, I'm doing this. Like, that shit ain't, Like, whatever, I'm already doing this. Like, always stick to what you know and love. That's gonna get you further than anything else. Like, just being yourself. Always, like, your intuition is always is gonna lead you to the promised land. And I promise you that. That's
What about you, T? You still like you still thinking about it?
Nah, I mean, listen, I already know what makes me unique. It's the fact that like I come from like a very southern ghetto fabulous family, you know? But growing up, like my mom, her children, my siblings and stuff like that, we're from New York, so my sister put me on to fucking Prince, she put me on to Madonna. I grew up listening to a whole bunch of like Rick James and James Brown and Temptations. So like literally I had like, you know, this richness of just black fucking excellence.
Yep.
You know, like in my ears growing up. And then you go to school and you get into fashion and all this stuff. You see your friends wearing Pels, you know. Yep. But I'm from Brooklyn, so like literally we wear Vansons, we wear fucking Pradas and shit, you know, but I'm with my friends in Harlem and then niggas is wearing Merms. I fucking buy Merms and Pels. I'm like, I have to get what they getting because, you know, I'm around them. So I just feel like it was like a cultural diffusion of like multiple things, like the fucking culture. Like, so again, you know, I have a country family, but then I'm from New York and I have a whole bunch of like West Indian influence. So like I started dancing, you know, I'm into fucking dance hall. I'm a dance hall queen. Fucking literally like niggas know me from partying and fucking just like expressing myself. And I used my dance to like fucking, I don't know, like just cope, you know.
Express
Just cope, you feel me? So like, yeah.
That's like multiple things, we experiences make us us.
It's multiple things for sure. But for me personally, I just felt like always being able to like look outside the box and being able to like fucking like explore territories that other people didn't explore is the thing that made me different. Because I feel like a lot of my peers, they would just stay in the same environment. But me, myself, I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm literally, if I have to go to Japan, I'm going to Japan by myself. If I have to go to Europe, I'm going to Europe dolo. If I'm going to go to Australia to shake my ass, my nigga, I'm going to be there.
Right.
So that was me. So like, that's what made me different. I wasn't afraid.
That's real.
So, yeah.
How about you, Ty?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, you know, as far as like just my uniqueness is definitely, you know, just what everybody pretty much said, like just being themselves, right? Hearing you say you dance. I used to dance like when I was younger. I used to paint. I used to draw. So I went through a lot of stages.
Fuck all that. What kind of dance are you talking about, bro?
I used to like brook up.
You got
Brooklyn.
You gotta do that.
Now we going to
You gotta teach me too. You gotta teach me.
You used to brook up.
You gotta teach me.
I'm Jamaican.
You
like,
Jamaican?
I used to dance hall and all that. I was skinnier. Like before I played football, I got bigger. So like, you know, as I got older, it's just things I didn't do no more. But like, you know, I always had like an artistic, creative thing in me, right? I was always, you know, like being able to express myself in a way where like artistically it was just like that's who I am. So even just like with filming and, you know, just who I am on my day-to-day basis is definitely just stemming from my creativity. Right. You know, just who I am as a person. Try to stay genuine to like just that approach. And I feel like that's what makes everybody unique because everybody's different.
Everybody's
literally different. Everybody has their own style and take. You know, so yeah, it's just
for
like,
me, it's just on some I just try to stay true to Tutu, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, my family, like, is heavily invested in who I am today. So, you know, I may have my moms call me and be like, I seen you on TV and, you know, I like that shit, but why you ain't change your shirt a little bit? Like, you know what I mean? Or she just
grounded.
Yeah, you know, keep me grounded for sure. Or she just may be like overly ecstatic, like, you know what I mean? But it's like I just want to have that mindset, like, Ma, you ain't like it, but I like it. Bro, you ain't like it, but I like it. You feel me? Or you ain't like it, damn. You know what I mean? If I'm, you know what I mean? So I just like to stay true to myself. That's my thing. Like, and that's how I just flow with shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I wake up today and I be like, yo, fuck it, I want to go get some fronts. I may not get it from my top because I got a gap, feel me? But I want to get it from my bottom, feel me? And I just want to go with that. Like, that's just me. You get what I'm saying? So that's just the whole thing. And I'm just so happy that I picked y'all to be a part
Thank
of this
you,
shit
man.
with me, bro.
Shout out to
I ain't gonna
Creators
lie,
Club.
bro.
I have a question.
Like,
I have a question. What the fuck is in this drink and why I'm so drunk?
yo, listen, we ain't even gonna get into with that.
They roofie
But
me.
thank you, thank you so much,
Roofie.
y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I called Ty and he asked who was gonna be on with him, he was like, yo, I fuck with Phil, and then, like, you know what I mean? I wanted to surprise y'all, because I know y'all niggas is like this. Yeah. So it just worked, and I just want to tell y'all thank you so much. I know this shit is mad far.
No problem, man.
You know what I mean? So thank you, bro.
Can we get a cheers going on before we get out of here? Creators Club.
Creators Club.
Start this shit.
Creators Club.
Let's go.
Definitely.
Y'all not gonna get us taking a shot, right? Because I don't want to do this. I'm done.
Yeah, we good.